A serene setting, Cooper River Park in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, the backdrop for the 2009 Division I, II, and III rowing competition. Rowing is a physically demanding sport, but despite a serious back injury, Williams senior Meg Conan is determined to get back in the boat to compete with her teammates.
Around this time last year, I started having pretty serious back pain. And it got worse right when we were at NCAA. And I got some treatment while we were there. I went home, had it looked at, and got a plan for physical therapy and rehab, and it got better. I wasn't rowing, I was running and doing cross training. But as soon as I started rowing again at the end of the summer, it came right back to where it was, which was frustrating to feel like you'd made progress and then go back. And I actually then found out in October that it had been misdiagnosed and I had stress fractures in the base of my spine, and was basically told that I wasn't going to be rowing in the fall.
She's suffered a pretty severe back injury that did not allow her to row this fall. And through it all, with a purpose and a vision and a maturity, she's just said, I'm going to be in one of those boats at the NCAA championships. Coming into the winter, I was feeling much better. I'd done a significant amount of physical therapy specifically designed for the stress fractures, trying to just strengthen the core, and it just felt great coming in and moving forward through the spring. Seeing like the commitment of everyone else around you is so inspiring. As soon as you see someone else putting everything they have in, you know you can do that too.
Williams is looking to defend its Division III crown for a 4th straight year and is in prime position with both of their varsity 8 boats in the grand final. Williams' one varsity boat took the early lead over Bates and Trinity. Down the stretch, Williams and Bates traded the lead until Williams surged ahead with 400 meters left in the race. Williams crossed the line nearly 3 seconds ahead of Bates. The Eves won the Division III championships for the 4th consecutive year. Western Washington has dominated the Division II competition, winning for the past 4 years. The Vikings entered the regatta with 9 freshmen and came in ranked 2nd behind Mercyhurst. The Lakers took the lead in the first 500 meters of the varsity 8th grand final, but the Vikings took over at the 1,000-meter mark and went on to win by more than a boat length ahead of the Lakers, to become the first team in any division to win 5 rowing championships in a row. In the Division I championships, Yale senior Christina Person has her eyes on a team championship before moving on to a very interesting and fulfilling career.
I always thought I wanted to join the Marines. I thought that I would be good at it. Being a physical person, being athletic, I just felt like leading in an environment that the military provides would be, something I would be good at. And I thought, why not use my talents to something that will be good for this country? My experience with an officer candidate school started a year ago tomorrow. It's a screening process for officers. They want to make sure that under pressure, you are able to lead. And so they do a good job of putting that pressure on you. They pushing your buttons, making you angry, making you upset, trying to get a reaction out of you, and then training you not to react the way that your gut tells you.
I think she'll be one heck of a Marine. I really do. I think that she is the type of person, she's going to embrace any situation she's in and do it to the best of her ability. She has a long-term plan in her mind, and she'll do it. There's no question in my mind. I've seen it happen.
I want to be an infantry officer, which means, maybe I'd lead a grunt platoon or an infantry platoon. But I can't do that right now because Congress has put a ban on women being in combat specialties. I've written letters to my congressman with little reaction, little response, trying to see if there will be any movement in the future towards letting women into infantry. But until that happens, I'd have to settle for like intel, logistics, something like that. And I want to make it a career.
The Varsity 4's grand final was exciting to the finish, with Clemson edging out Wisconsin by 2 seconds and Yale finishing 3rd. The second 8 varsity grand final was neck and neck. Yale defeated California by less than a second, putting Yale in 1st, heading into the 1 varsity 8's grand final. The Varsity 1 grand final was a tight race all the way, with less than a second separating Stanford, Virginia, and California. The last 500 meters was a race to the finish. In a near-dead heat, it was Stanford just edging out Virginia, with California coming in third. Christina and her teammates took home third place, while Stanford won its first ever rowing team championship.